Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania. A Metroidvania is a style of game where you start out weak, but you become stronger as you progress. We see that later on you'll fight hard bosses like the Nightmare King Grimm. And although you would need to be more powerful normally in order to defeat him more easily, there have been players who have tried to complete this game with the lowest equipment possible. This is low percent. Now, when you think of low percent, you probably think of iconic ones, like Scurry's video on getting low percent true ending twice through grinding multiple essence for hours and hours and hours straight. However, I'm going to be talking about low percent God Home ending today, which has been done by one person named General Milky. When Milky fights this boss, he uses more equipment than is needed, making sense of course because he's using the God Home now. However, this made me wonder, is it possible to beat NKG with lower equipment than what he has? In this clip, he has Desolate Dive, Wings, and Shade Cloak, and I was wondering if you could do the fight without those. So I set off on my adventure, and I begin the journey.
Okay, so the idea is simple. We're going to try and beat Nightmare King Grimm with the lowest equipment possible. So we'll start a new game on Classic. And it starts now. So the thing is about this routing is that I didn't really plan out anything. Like, I might actually just need, like, Trampas or Monarch Wings for the last, Nightmare version of the Ghost guys. The only spell I will be using is Vengeful Spirit. The only charm I will be using is, Grimchild. So this is going to be Charmless, Old Nail only, 5 mass, 1 soul thing. First we gotta talk to Elderbrook to make the run valid. We'll take the Forgotten Crossroads stack so we can go into Crystal Peak later. I don't really have any routing planned. I kind of just have the map memorized, and that's basically it. We got him.
Anyway, after killing the False Knight, I get the Geo, get Vengeful Spirit, kill the Balder in order to make it past, and then I go to the Green Path Balder, and now we're in the second area of the game. I bring a squid over, so I can jump over the ledge. I then proceed to kill George, and then I kill the Vengeful King in a super smooth way. I mean, come on, that's just really nice. I know speedruns do it a lot, but it feels nice whenever you could do it too. Now, I get some more Geo from George's, and I kill them both. Barely. After that, I head down to Green Path Stag, and I go to fight Hornet and get Dash. And die. Yeah, I know, it's a bit embarrassing. But I make it back, and I get a Wanderer's Journal too. Barely. I go back to Hornet, and I win. Barely. I get Dash, and now I head to Forgotten Crossroads and make it to Fungal Waste. I start out by going to the Shroom Ogres and defeating them. Barely. I then proceed to get a Charm Notch that I won't be needing later, but I was mainly here for the Geo anyway, so it's okay. I then proceed to get the Mantis Claw, and even though most people would quit out by now, I actually have to stay around. This is because I have to check if I can get the Nightmare version of the Grimmkin for when I have to fight NKG later. So I check, and yep, I'm going to need Monarch Wings if I want to get there. Now, rather than leaving, once again, I'm going to have to go and get Trampas from Deepnest instead. This is because I'm going to have to enter the Hive and fight the Nightmare Grimmkin that way instead of the one in Fungal Waste later on. So, after getting a Wanderer's Journal and a Hallownest Seal, I proceed to go to Deepnest through this hidden wall here, and I fall through to get the tram pass. Warning, I have no idea what I'm doing in Deepnest. So, Deepnest is the only place in this game that I don't have memorized even after 200 hours on this game. So, I just ended up wandering around aimlessly, and I didn't really have any way of knowing where the tram pass actually was because I don't actually use maps either. However, I did come to the genius conclusion that if a room was dark, I wasn't going in. But anyway, after 10 more minutes of wandering around, I do eventually find the tram pass and I leave Deepnest. After going through the fungal waste a bit more, I then open up the Queen Station stag and go to Forgotten Crossroads. I then proceed to kill the Gruz Mother so I could sit at Salubra's bench, wake up Sly, and kill myself so I can set up a shade skip. I then proceed to successfully shade skip, go into Blue Lake, and get the Dream Nail. After that, I open up the Resting Ground stag and I head down to the City of Tears. There, I open up the King Station stag and I get a Hollow Nest seal. After a bit more traversal through the City of Tears, I then proceed to head down to the Gorgeous Husk, where I would kill it for a Love Geo. I travel through the City of Tears more, and I eventually find Lem to sell all my relics to. This should be enough for the rest of the run. I start heading to the city storerooms and fight in this arena of bugs, where I win. Barely. I then proceed to make it to the city storeroom stag, so I could later fight the ghost. I head up to Dirtmouth through the stag, and I buy the Lumify lantern from Sly. I make it back to King's Pass through Dirtmouth, and I head to Howling Cliffs through there. I go to where the Nightmare Bug is, and I dream nail it. And now, I summon the Grimm Troupe. I now go back to Dirtmouth to meet with Grimm and get the Grimm Child. And I'm sorry guys, but I actually don't have footage of me getting Grimm Child. Anyway, I go to the Dirtmouth stag, and I head to Forgotten Crossroads to go to Crystal Peak. I go to Crystal Guardian, and I defeat him in the most legitimate way that everyone knows is the way you're supposed to defeat him. Otherwise, he'd just be impossible. After a very close and intense fight, I then proceed to go down and get Crystal Dash, but rather than leaving immediately, I actually go all the way to the left so I could get the Grimmkin that lies there. Anyway, after a very extremely annoying fight with the Grimmkin, I head to Green Path to fight the other Grimmkin and also defeat it. I also then proceed to go to City of Tears through the city storerooms and kill that Grimmkin too. Nothing big so far, but it's going to get more annoying later on. I now head back to Grimm, and I actually get footage of me upgrading Grimm Child. Now, he tells me to go get the next Grimmkins, so I proceed to go back to King's Path through Dirtmouth once again, and I fight the Grimmkin that was there. Another Grimmkin down, and I head to King's Station to the Dirtmouth Stag, and I go to Kingdom's Edge to fight the Grimmkin there and defeat it again. I head back to King Station, and I go to Resting Grounds, so I could fight the last Grimmkin and go back to Grimm. After defeating it again, I head back to Grimm, where he absorbs the Grimm Child, and we have our first duel. And although it wouldn't be hard to guess already, yes, this boss takes a very long time. It took 3 minutes, which may not sound very long, but just keep in mind that this would take longer than it would take for the average player to defeat Absolute Radiance. So yeah. This is just a sped up version. Hopefully you enjoy this very fast Grimm gameplay. But anyway, after a very long and slow fight, I finally defeat Grimm, and I get my Grimm Child upgraded once again, and another Charm Notch that I'm just never going to use. Now going for the last flames, I first set my eyes upon the Nightmare Grimmkin in Ancient Basin, and here's how it went. The fuck? I go back for a rematch, and this time I actually defeat them. But rather than leave, I actually have to go to the tram all the way into Ancient Basin and use it to go to the hive. I enter, and oh my god, are you kidding me? I need a double jump. But luckily, there's a bee there, and after a bit of finesse, I managed to poke off of it, and I could continue going. I got a bench to sit at, and I regained my shade because I actually died here. Yep, I'm not showing you, but I did. More observant players will notice that my top left icon is actually cracked. Anyway, I rematch him, and this time I win, leaving Brum and Deepnest as the only Grimmkin flame left. I head back to my tram, barely alive. I don't even know how that happened, but I go to Deepnest now through the tram, and yep, I still suck at Deepnest. And if you notice in the top left corner, I died once again. So after about a million more years of just traveling around Deepnest not knowing where I'm actually going, I finally make it to Brum. And now, it's finally time to fight Nightmare King Grimm. After dying, of course, but this time it was intentional because I actually wanted to reset my shade here so then I could easily get it for a full soul meter when I fight Nightmare King Grimm. So after showing off all my charms and equipment, I finally go into the fight. And this is how all the attempts went.
$1,500 health. So that means I have to hit him with like 500 vengeful spears if I even had that. Plus like a billion nail hits. This is gonna take forever. Oh my god, I have to like play this so perfectly. Alright, let's get grinding. I have to hit 300 times per nail, basically. That's the math, right? Yeah. So, 300 times per nail, basically. And I just got hit like an idiot. Or 50 times with vengeful spear. The thing is, I think I could do that. I feel like it could take me 15 minutes to beat this fight in a single run. But as far as it's going right now, it does not feel even close. Ow, okay. Wait! Oh my god! It's 25%. Alright. Progress. We did it. Nice. Alright. Don't get lifted check. Alright, I really want to stack. Alright, let's go. This is a good attempt. Even if I die, I'm happy to know that that's possible for me to beat him. Oh no, okay, that's close. Oh no. We're one shot. That was risky. I should stop doing that. Yo, please. I could kill 3 times if I did do that. That should scare me. That's alright. Alright, 75% health. This is the final one. This is the victory lap, boys. Oh, that was bad. Nice. Okay, I need to pause for a second. I need to actually pause for a second. My hands are sweating. Alright. You got this, come on. Look how many holes are in that mask. I will hit with my nails as many times as I can. Ow. Yes! Bro, what was that? That was like 5th try. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, that took like 10 minutes. Oh my god. I'm so happy. Yes. Wait, that was actually so clean too. I actually was like, I was one shot a few times, but oh my god. Grimm Child, you and I are best boys forever, I think. Actually, no, you're still left here, but it doesn't matter. I'm happy now. Elderbug is happy now. Tiso's here, I think. Yeah, Tiso. Woo! Where'd my HUD go? There it is. Oh my god. How long was this run? Sub 2 hours. That's actually really good. Especially considering the fact that I thought this would take like 4. Oh my god, we're done. Yes.